Hello Aquarius, welcome to your weekly message for June 8th through the 14th. We're going to connect here and see what's coming up for Aquarius Sun, Moon, and Rising in the week ahead with this lovely deck here. And then we're going to pull a Spirit Oracle message for you all with this deck here. So without further ado, my darlings, let's jump right on in here and see what's going on. We've got some really big energies happening right now, guys. We keep talking about the new age coming in. We keep talking about the shifts and the ascension. This is it. We're in it. We're in it, guys. We're going to see how you guys are feeling in the week ahead. Well, we're starting off here with some pretty strong positive energy with the Six of Coins or Six of Discs. I think this deck refers to this as the Six of Discs. But whatever, Six of Pentacles, coins, discs, whatever you want to call it. This is really positive, free-flowing energy, okay? Now, we are coming out of the energy of having that really, really powerful full moon in Sagittarius, that eclipsed full moon that amplifies the energy, makes it stay with us a lot longer. And so the fact that this is your first card coming out the gate is letting us know, Aquarius, that a lot of you are breaking out of any blocks that you've had, like you're shifting in a positive way, and you're breaking out of any blocks or stagnation that you had in the area of receiving and like having flow, right? If your flow has been disrupted in all areas of your life, okay? So you might experience it in one area of your life before you experience it in another, but give it time and it's going to be coming together in all areas. So what this means, Aquarius, if you have felt that your finances have been very unstable and you've been in a situation where you have a lot of bills and things that you're trying to get to, but you have more money going out than you have money coming in, and that's been an issue for you for a while. You're breaking out of that block. You're breaking out of that, that blocked flow, and you're going to have the income coming in, the money going out, the money coming in continually, consistently. So some of you are breaking out of even maybe an inheritance, like an inherited family energy of a feast or famine. You know, maybe you've experienced finances in your life that when things are good, they're really good. And when they're bad, they're really bad, right? Like there maybe has not been a lot of in between. And maybe finances have been very roller coastery for you in that way. Six of Pentacles is saying you're coming into the flow where you don't have that crazy, scary roller coaster anymore. In terms of dealings with others, Aquarius, if you feel like you've given a lot of your time and your energy to help and to support people, and they don't do it back, and you feel like your relationships have been kind of one-sided, Six of Pentacles says you're coming into the flow again of equal give and take. So Six of Coins or Discs or Pentacles, whatever you want to call it, this is that flowing energy. You have stuff coming in, you've got stuff going out, and it's continual, uninterrupted. This can also indicate for some of you, Aquarius, that you could be experiencing some kind of a miracle or kindness. Somebody might be incredibly generous with you or towards you in the coming weeks. Now, I know that this is a reading for a week, the period of the 8th to the 14th. But again, like I said, we are an energy that's going to be around for a while, right? So there might be certain things that happen this week that kind of set off a chain of events that you're going to be experiencing for weeks or months to come that are creating positive change in your life. Okay, Aquarius, you guys have had this ongoing message for a really long time about the heart chakra opening up. Those of you that you watch my videos regularly, you know you guys kept getting that Page of Cups, and I explained to you what that card means to me. It's like the heart chakra is opening up, and the heart chakra is opening up so that you can receive. Well, this card is about receiving, right? So a lot of you, you're going to start feeling the benefits of all that hard work. A lot of you are going to start really being able to experience the plus side of the heart chakra opening up. Maybe you've been through the heavy feelings, the emotions of the release, and now it's coming into the time of receiving. Okay, you're entering a period of receiving, Aquarius. Your next card here is 10 of Swords. And 10 of Swords is a card that scares a lot of people, especially in this deck. Like, we look at this, whoa, like this is like a serious message, right? This doesn't look like a walk in the park. It does not look like good times. However, and I'm not saying this to be overly optimistic or positive. Like, I'm not being a Pollyanna here and just, oh, life is all Skittles and sunshine and rainbows, you know. I am very honest, and sometimes when I'm honest, people will comment that, oh, you're supposed to be positive and I don't like your negativity. I'm going to be honest with you if I see something. So when I say this, I'm telling it truthfully from my view and from the way that I've experienced the 10 of Swords as a reader over the years reading for people. I see this card come up before something very positive happens, before there's a very positive shift. Okay, like I said, I'm not saying this to be overly optimistic or to try to tell people what they want to hear. It has been my experience pulling this card for myself, pulling this card for people I've been reading for over the years. There's something bittersweet that's coming to an end. And usually when the 10 of Swords comes up, the person I'm reading for, which in this case is you all, Aquarius, you're the one making the decision to end it. You're the one that you're realizing that, you know what, this just has not been serving me. This has not been serving me. And so you're in this energy where you're making a decision to walk away from something that you have mixed feelings about. On one hand, you're grateful for the opportunity, or you're grateful for the relationship or partnership or whatever it is. You're grateful for it because maybe when it came in, it was a really big deal. And it might have helped you to grow in a lot of ways. It may have shaped you in certain ways. But now it's gotten to the point where it's holding you back. It's keeping you from what you need to do. And it's like a shoe that you've outgrown. You know, most of you watching my videos, you're adults, you're not in the age range of, needing to get new shoes every school year, but you have had that experience. You know, you have had that experience in your life where you've tried to wear shoes too small for you. They are very unbearably uncomfortable. You can't do it, right? So you're getting to the point where it's a relief to step away from it. It's a relief to end it because in some ways you're ending some pain. You may have some sentimental memories around it. You may think, oh, well, there were some good times, and it may be bittersweet. But ultimately, you are having the relief of breaking out of some karmic cycle. Whatever you were meant to learn from this situation, you learned it. The karma is done. 10 of Swords can also indicate sometimes for some of you a situation in terms of like ending an addiction, right? It could be ending an addiction. So if you've been having a really hard time walking away from someone or something, it doesn't have to be drugs or alcohol. It can be in some cases, right? If that's something that you've been struggling with, or somebody that you love has been struggling with this, there may be a lot of healing that's happening right now, healing energy around us that you all are going to be able to tap into and to make some real progress to heal and to step away from those addictions. But it could also be, my dears, that it's some situation that you've been having a hard time letting go of. You've been trapped in some karma and you're getting untrapped. You're breaking free of it. I do feel for some of you, Aquarius, the 10 of Swords is coming up in a way where you're feeling betrayed by somebody. But you're feeling betrayed by somebody because I feel like you're seeing someone's true colors. You're seeing someone's true colors and you're just like, whoa, you know what? Like, we're done. We're done. Like, there's nothing to talk about here. There's nothing to continue with each other here. I think you are seeing the selfishness and the cruelty that someone is capable of that you hadn't seen before. So maybe you were trying to negotiate something. Maybe you were trying to negotiate a partnership, or maybe you were trying to work out a situation and try to resolve it peacefully. But you're seeing a side of someone where you're like, whoa, I'm not going to be aligned with that energy. right? So I do feel there's a sense of like separating yourself from a person or situation because you're like, I don't want any part of it. And as soon as you separate from it, it's like you're taking this big burden off your shoulders and things are going to start moving forward for you much more quickly. Your next card here is the Eight of Swords, and this does not surprise me. This does not surprise me, and I'll tell you why. We've all been in that situation where we've taken a stand, right? We've taken a stand, we've been assertive, we've drawn that line, we've stuck to our side, and then after everything is said and done, what happens? What happens, Aquarius? Tell me in the comments. You guys have all been there. We immediately start thinking, holy moly, like, what did I do? What did I just do? Am I gonna regret this? Oh my God, like the reality of it sets in and we freak out a little bit, right? It's a part of the human experience. We've all been there, right? Or somebody sets us off, we talk a good game, we tell them off and we end something, and then later on we're like, man, what did I just do? Right? And we wonder, like, are we gonna regret this? Because the negative ego starts coming up and saying, why'd you do that? Who do you think you are? You know, you can't do this stuff by yourself. And all this stuff comes in where we start to feel a little bit like, oh, but I need somebody to help me. Oh, but I need somebody to come in and take me by the hand and to guide me through this. So I do feel that some of you are going to experience this Eight of Swords in a way where you're taking a stand, and that whole kind of ongoing theme you guys have had about the heart chakra opening up. I feel with the Eight of Swords, there may be a sense of vulnerability that you're experiencing, which is beneficial, even though it's uncomfortable. It's a part of the healing. But I think for a lot of you, what's happening with the Eight of Swords is now you're thinking to yourself, now I have to find somebody else. Now I have to find somebody else to come in and go the next leg of this journey with me, because I cut somebody out and now I have to find somebody to replace them, right? I feel it's a person, not necessarily a situation, but a person. And so now you're like, I've got to find somebody else to step in and to help me. So maybe you're standing up, and like I said, it could be a job, it could be a boss, it could be a family member, it could be a romantic partner, it could be, this is a general reading. You guys are going to be experiencing this in different areas of your life. So with the Eight of Swords, this is kind of a warning for you, Aquarius, because it says that you're feeling a little bit vulnerable right now. And when you start trying to call in help, when you're in this energy, unfortunately, what happens is we can attract people who are opportunists. We can attract people who are looking at a sensitive situation, a delicate situation, and they're finding a way to swoop in and take advantage of that situation for their benefit. Those of you that watch my readings, you've heard me call the Eight of Swords the baby seal card. If there's a little injured baby seal in the ocean and it's bleeding, unfortunately, who's going to pick up on that first? The other seals that could be far away and don't know what's going on, or the sharks? It's going to be the sharks, right? So the Eight of Swords wants you to know that you have more power than you realize, okay? That little ribbon is not around you that tight. You can get out of it. You can get your arms out of there. You can push that blindfold off of your eyes. And then you would see that these swords are not even all the way around you. You can walk off. Are you afraid? Are you scared to go out into the unknown? Grab one of those bad boys, right? So you have resources available to you. You have resources available to you. You're fearing the situation when there's not so much to fear. And something about this little castle here in the background, I feel some of you are afraid about like status. Like you're going out into the unknown, or you're going out into something independently and you're saying, oh my God, am I leaving my status behind? Like, am I going to regret this? Am I like downgrading in my life? But again, Eight of Swords says this fear is an illusion, okay? Your next card here is the Hierophant. So your success in the coming weeks and months comes down to your commitment to yourself, and you honoring your values, your priorities, Like I said, I feel like a lot of you are stepping away from someone or something that you're seeing their true colors and you're just like, oh, this is disgusting. This is disgusting. And guys, I'm not going to get political in this video because I know people kind of want to come onto YouTube and you know, have like a lighter energy. But my channel is about life in the real world, or dealing with things that are happening for us. And I just kind of feel like when I try to be supportive or I try to give messages of support, it might come off the wrong way. And I don't mean to do that. I don't mean to offend anybody, because, you know, my hope and my desire is for all things to be done fairly, and for all to live happy lives freely, being loved and receiving the love and the respect that is their God-given right. But one thing I will say is that many of us are really seeing a lot of people's true colors come out right now. Many of us are hearing people say things about how they view the world or how they view people. And for some of us, like, we're kind of terrified at like hearing what some people are thinking, right? And people are agitated and their true selves are coming out. So even if it's not in regard to, like, you know, political things, it could just be that people are agitated and they're in an agitated place and their mask is coming off. And so you're seeing that, wow, you know, like, this does not align with my ethics. This does not align with my morals. So as you are pursuing your truth, you are also coming into success. Success with work that you find fulfilling, that is honoring you, that is doing something for you emotionally, psychologically. You're feeling fulfilled, but also connecting with people. Connecting with people who share your morals, your values, your ethics. Okay? This is major arcana. This energy is going to be with you for quite a while. Okay? And this is like being in the truth. This could also be contracts too. So if you are doing something in terms of self-employment or launching some kind of a business, there could be something starting this week around contracts, okay? Or there could be a new job being offered to you where you're saying, okay, you know, what I've been doing up until now is not my path anymore. And you're going with something that's more meaningful for you. Okay, commitment, truth, you know, these are the kinds of things that we see come up with the Hierophant. So we're going to go ahead and see what your spirit message here is for the week, dear Aquarius. And what we have here is day and night. Okay, so this is about polarity. And this is about how things are going to be able to serve you. Okay, the daytime we're busy, right? But at the nighttime we need to honor the sleep cycle. We need to honor rest. We need to embrace that energy. So I feel like what this card is telling you, Aquarius, whatever's happening in your life this week, embrace it and ask yourself, what can I do with this moment? Why is it being given to me? What tools am I going to be able to pull out of this? You know, what can I do to, like, what do I need to do in this moment or in this situation? All things have a time and all things have a place, right? And there's also the whole concept of you can't have light without dark. You can't have dark without light. But I just kind of feel like day and night is asking you to honor the cycles that you're in, right? There was that movie Click a while ago, like back in the day, where Adam Sandler has like this magical remote. I've never seen it, but the movie just kind of popped in my head. And he fast forwards through everything that he doesn't want to deal with in his life. You can't do that. You can't do that because whatever's it's happening for a reason. So if you're having a hard time figuring out what you should do in the moment or how you should process it, ask your angels and guides to help you. The overall feeling I feel from this card is what happens when we're trying to heal and when we're trying to like be on the spiritual path. We have a tendency to try to be like, well, I'm not going to be angry because that's negative. Anger is negative. I'm not going to be angry. And so we push down the anger and we mask it with like this, you know, positivity, or we distract ourselves in some way. But Spirit is saying, no, anger is there for a reason. anger, sadness, heavy emotions. They're there for a reason, right? They are tools that we can use to build improvements in our life, for ourselves, for others. So don't be quick to push feelings away, and don't be quick to tell yourself that well, I'm not going to be negative, I'm going to be positive. Honor your feelings. Don't ignore situations, and ask yourself, what am I meant to learn from this? What am I meant to do with this? Okay. And maybe also for some of you Aquarius, this could be a way in which you can be there for somebody else. Somebody else might be coming to you with their heartache or their difficulty, and you might be tempted to say, oh, come on, well, let's be positive, right? Like, let's go do this, or let's go do that, or let's think of it from a better situation, or I choose to see it this way. Even though maybe you're trying to be helpful and you're trying to be loving, you might be better, more of help if you can hold space for somebody, if you can hear them out and say, you know what, I can really understand why you feel that way. Like to acknowledge, to hear it, and to let someone tell you what they need, right? I think we're all guilty of that. I know I sure am guilty of that. In my life, there have been times I've been like, oh, come on, well, let's look at the situation in a different way, or let's be positive. And then later on, you realize that, hey, you know what? Like, that's kind of taking away from someone's feelings or minimizing what they feel. And that might not be your intention at all. It sure wasn't my intention when I've done it. So day and night could also be holding space for somebody. Okay, my dears? So I encourage you to watch your moon sign and rising sign videos. Some weeks those are going to resonate with you more than others. You may need a private reading, which I'm more than happy to do. If you want to click on the Calendly link in the description of the video, you can schedule a private reading with me there. And then I do have another GoFundMe up in my community tab for a family where the mother to two, she is very much in desperate need of a kidney transplant. So if you guys are able to help, or just send prayers, if you can't send a donation, just send prayers. And I promise I won't have like a new GoFundMe for you guys every single week, but I came across that, and I don't know the person personally, but I do know people who know her, and I want her to be well. I want everybody to be well, regardless of if I know them personally or not. So that's it. It just kind of came to me through the grapevine, and if you're able to help, but if you can't, you can't. Well wishes, prayers, those are all appreciated as well, my dears. And I'm still giving away a free private 30-minute reading for the month of June. I'm gonna pick the winner towards the end of the month. I'm gonna pick one winner from Instagram and one winner from Facebook. One winner will get a free private 30-minute reading with me, and one winner will get I feel I'm gonna give away a piece of jewelry, like a crystal or a piece of jewelry. I haven't decided yet, but I will decide tonight, and I'll post it on Instagram tonight and Facebook, whatever the crystal is that I'm giving away. But I'm just gonna pick the winners from the comments and the likes. You don't have to buy anything. You don't have to get a reading with me. I'm just gonna see who's jumping out at me from the likes and the comments on social media. And one person will win the physical giveaway, whatever that might be, the crystal or jewelry that I might give away. And the other person will win a private reading. So that is Amethyst Angel Light on Instagram and Facebook. So be sure you follow along with the daily messages there as well. Thanks, guys, for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. I'm wishing you all a wonderful week. Take care, Aquarius.